All right, so you're 40 something, or if you're like me, 50 something, and the kids have moved out. The house is almost paid off. Is it all sounding familiar? You've got no idea who you are. You spent the last 20, 25 years dedicated to raising a family, raising kids that sometimes seem to care and sometimes don't. They've moved out. They've got their own lives. And the first thing that goes through your mind is they don't contact you enough. Now, is it them not contacting you enough? Or is it you wishing that they hadn't moved out secretly? You wish that they have a great life and that they go on to achieve all their dreams and all their goals. But what about you? What does it leave you sitting with when you come home and there's not the sound of the kids running around the house, or even not the sound of them locked away in their room? Online gaming, social media, the only noise you ever hear out of them is an ugh or a grumble or a moan. They never approach you unless they want money. Yet weirdly, these are the things that you miss. These are the things that you wish you had more of. Like I say, you've dedicated your whole life to these kids for the last 20 odd years, give or take. Now they're not there. Sometimes the rooms seem to echo a little bit. They feel that empty. You look at your spouse and you wonder whether you know them or not. Because, like you, they've dedicated the last 20 odd years of their life to raising a family. Families always come first. Your relationship has been based around family. Your relationship has been based around, let's take the kids to softball, to cricket, to karate, to tutors, to anything like that. Birthday parties. You've had to run the kids back and forwards. And as the kids have got older, but still not old enough to have a license, you're running them to parties on a Friday night or a Saturday night. You got to stay up until midnight, 1 a.m., whatever it is. Go and pick the kids up. You pretend that you don't want to do it, but inside you do it because you know that they're safe in that way. But now that's gone. They're gone. They don't need you anymore. It can be a hard pill to swallow because you still need them. You've lived your whole life, virtually the better part of half of your life, dedicated to them and their well-being. They're not there now. There's no text message, can you get something on the way home? Mum, can I have some money? Dad, can I have this? Whatever it is. The only time you hear from them now is when they want money. When they realise they've gone out and they've spent all their money and they still need to eat or pay a bill. How does that feel? How does it feel sitting there? It feels like an empty house. All too often with a spouse that you feel like you don't know anymore. It can be an absolutely overwhelming feeling. And it has that term, empty nesters. And it makes a lot of sense because the kids have grown up. They've flown the nest. Now the nest's empty. Now you've got to work out who you are again. You've got to work out who your partner is again. These are the things that just add to the stress. It's colloquially called a midlife crisis. I wonder whether it is, though. If you haven't got kids, you get to this age and you wonder whether it's all going to plan or not. You've been trapped in the system for so long. But more on that in another video. This one's all about the kids leaving home and leaving you feeling empty, not knowing who you are, who you want. What is it that lights your fire? What is it that you like to do? These are the things as an empty nester that you need to concentrate on. You need to work out what it is that you want to do with your life now. Now that you haven't got those demands on you all the time, You have freedom, and freedom is scary as hell when you don't know what to do with it. It's scary and it's lonely. Maybe look at what you like to do. What did you like to do 25 years ago? What were the things that set you alight then? Not necessarily out partying with friends and all that sort of stuff. There was things that took your interest, things that got dropped by the wayside as raising kids took a priority. Pick them up again. You may or may not like them, but you won't know unless you try. It's really important to be able to give yourself the advantage of trying things. Try the things you always dared to want and never tried because you had kids, because you were focused on raising those kids. And there's nothing to be ashamed of about that. It's something to be very proud of, to raise children. If that's the path you chose in life and you embraced it and you ran with it, gave it your all, that's a good thing. But now it's time for you. It's time for you to unpack who you are, what lights your fire, what floats your boat, whichever saying works for you. Try those things that you used to do, and you might find you pick one of them up again straight away. You might not. You might try it and go, yeah, I've come a long way in 25 years. I don't know that I want to do that again. At least this way you know. It gives you the hunger to try something new. You can try writing. Everyone's got a book in them. Everyone's story is an inspiration for someone else. You reckon you've struggled through your parenting and you've fought with your kids. You've tried to do the best that you can. Guess what? There's 1,000 other parents, more than there's millions, literally millions of other parents that feel like they're struggling and they're failing as a parent. And to read your story would be a massive inspiration and a massive help for them. These are things you can try. You can try doing that. If you always wanted to try gardening, never had the time, try wood turning. Go to a mechanics course. I don't know whether you don't care whether you're male, female, whatever. Whatever it is, if you want to try it, go and try it. The secret of finding out who you are after all these years is trying stuff. You're gonna find stuff that you go, well, that was crap. That sucked. Then you're gonna find other stuff that you didn't even realize that is absolutely sets you on fire. Rely on your friends more, because chances are you've got friends who are in that 40 something, 50 something bracket, and they're doing the same thing as you, wondering who the hell they are and what they're going to do with the next 30, 40, 50 years. So go do things with them. Go explore with them. Create that excitement again in your life that you had 25 years ago in a different area. It's that simple. You can do this. You can explore who you are. Just takes one step. Sign up for that little course you've seen advertised at the neighbourhood house. Sign up for that online course that you're like, oh, that looks a bit interesting. There are so many free courses around and free information and free resources to any subject matter that you can think of that you thought, hey, I'd like to give that a further look. You can. And I openly encourage you to. As a coach, it's paramount to discovering who you are. And I've forgotten to introduce myself. So I'm Jeff from Soul Survivor Life Coaching. And if this relates to you, if you're like me and in the 50 something bracket or the 40 something bracket, and you get to that point in your life where you go, who the hell am I? Smash the like button, give me a subscribe, share the video, because you know that you've got other people, you've got friends that sometimes seem distant or sometimes are really, really close, that are struggling with the same thing, struggling with that new identity now that the kids have grown up and moved out. And hopefully this video serves as an inspiration to go and try things. And it can be absolutely random. It can be so out of character. It's only other people that will judge it as being out of character. You can go, well, I wanted to try it, so I did it. So get on it today. Get on you and go, what do I want to do? What do I want to try? Who do I want to be? The easiest way to find that out is to try stuff, is to explore the possibilities that are presented around you. So many people go through life. They get to this 40 something, 50 something age bracket and have a midlife crisis. I hate the term midlife crisis. It's a terrible, terrible term because it implies that there's a panic, there's a loss, there's a sadness, there's a terrible event. I like midlife makeover because you literally have the chance to make over your life and decide who you want to be for the next 10 minutes, next 10 months, next 10 years, whatever it is. Have yourself a midlife makeover. Try the new things. See how you go with it. Like I said, some of it's going to suck. Some of it's going to be amazing. Give you some wonderful, wonderful experiences that you may or may not want to repeat again. Some things we do in life, we go, yep, tick that box. Don't want to do it again. I've done it. And other things will send you down a wormhole of discovery and joy like you've never imagined. That lives beyond the wildest dreams you had as a 20-year-old before you had kids and responsibilities and all those things. Because with age comes wisdom. And wisdom applies to yourself as much as it applies to anybody else in any questions you get asked. So use that wisdom that you've accrued over the last 20, 25 years to work out what it is you want to do by trying stuff, by involving yourself in things. Get involved in community projects. Widen your circle of friends, widen your circle of experiences. I really hope this video has helped inspire you to reach out and to move forward in what you're doing and exploring who you are because you're an amazing person. You just need to be able to show it and be able to explore it and develop it and run with it. Have an amazing day discovering who you are and start creating your tomorrow today.